Hello everybody and welcome to Neely Music. I'm O'Neil Donald. The moment is finally here where we are experiencing some brand new music from Beyoncé. Beyoncé has really made a name for herself over all the years with Destiny's Child, all the years that she's been a solo artist. And now I feel like Lemonade is a very pivotal moment in Beyonce's career. I had some expectations, some demands rather, on what I believed Lemonade should be. I wanted a super huge track list, I wanted dance tracks, I wanted vocals, I wanted all of that. I didn't get everything that I wanted. It was only 12 tracks, including Formation, which was the single, but I did get some of what I wanted. I actually got more than what I wanted in a lot of areas. I will say firstly that I believe that Lemonade is Beyonce's best album. And I'm not saying that sonically, because I do believe that if anything, it's actually Beyonce's weakest album in terms of background vocals, in terms of melody, in terms of production. I don't think that the production or the background vocals or the songwriting melodically is really something that's of true like musical, sonic, sound-driven excellence. However, Lemonade features Beyoncé as we've never heard her before. And I mentioned in my 5 demands, or my 5 things that I wanted from Lemonade, I mentioned that I wanted to feel Beyoncé. I wanted to hear her. I wanted to know a little bit more about her life. And she has put herself really out there, and she's made herself completely and utterly vulnerable. With the first half of the album, from Pray You Catch Me until about 6 Inch, you're dealing with Beyoncé, the wronged woman. The Beyoncé that has experienced infidelity in her marriage, that has experienced what it is to be wronged and to be cheated on. And I don't really want to get into a lot of the gossip behind it, but I do think that a lot of this was going on while we were getting other albums from Beyonce, and we're getting what is the channeled anger that Beyonce was feeling in all of that time. Of course, she's had writers and things like that were helping her to really get out all of those emotions, but definitely in her vocal performance, you can hear where she is just absolutely pissed. I personally don't curse, but I found that this was truly really authentic. Like, I could understand, like, when Beyonce would say the F word, I felt it and I believed it. Don't Hurt Yourself, which is one of my favorites on the album. She's not only cussing all over the place, but she is totally going at this love interest and just saying, you know, hello, you cheated on me. Don't hurt yourself, because we're in this together. We're in a committed relationship, and you're hurting yourself by doing this to me. And you can feel it all the way through Hold Up, through Don't Hurt Yourself, through Sorry. Like, you can tell that she is just pissed, and this is the first time I'm actually experiencing this vulnerability from her. I find that in a lot of pop music today, you're finding a lot of artists that talk about their lives but aren't really bringing their emotions to the table, because once you bring your emotions to the table, your bias, your beliefs, your thoughts, it kind of puts you on either one side or the other. And one side is a lot of people that don't sell well, and on the other side is a lot of people that do sell well. And Beyonce is in a peculiar place, because she is in a place that she'll sell well no matter what. And so she decided to take this leap of vulnerability, and I'm totally believing it, and that's partly why I believe that this is her best album to date. I also wanted Lemonade to take a political stance, and with the song Freedom featuring Kendrick Lamar, although Beyonce's verse is kind of Beyonce's verses and choruses are kind of had an undertone of liberation and of fighting for freedom. Kendrick Lamar's verse just, you know, he just put a spotlight on it, you know. And one thing I do believe in reviewing and in analyzing Lemonade is that all of the visuals that came with the visual album cannot really be divorced from the lyrics and from the music that was going on. So, like, in the visual, you were seeing a lot of natural-haired black women that had not just been wronged, but that had been victims of police brutality. You saw Trayvon Martin's mom in there. You saw Serena Williams, who actually was the object of scrutiny because of her muscular body, dancing in certain ways. But anyway, I do think that that Lemonade is just Beyonce as we've never heard her before. The latter half of the album comes to, I guess, a point of, I guess, reconciliation. With Sandcastles, which is another favorite of mine, she's just talking about like the push and pull between feeling love and not and hating the person that you love because of what they've done to you. And she comes to a point of reconciliation, even going all the way into All Night. Though the production and like the melody wasn't the strongest for me, I do feel like it did a good job in being a platform for Beyonce's emotions to be, because I think that even in terms of Beyonce's brand, she's been branded as this perfect person, because with her interviews, with all of this, with her performances, everything, everyone thinks she's perfect. It's to the point of worship, because she's been branded as this person that's immaculate, that doesn't have any flaws, that doesn't feel anything. And now with Lemonade, I think she's really taken the mask off of that brand and allowed her to be a person that is mortal. I believe that the 2008 2010 single ladies Beyonce, that does the enhanced choreography, that does the all the vocal runs and just the technique Beyonce, is dead. I believe that. When it came to the surprise album in, what was it, 2013, she was stepping out, and I think it was obvious. Everybody knew that. But I do think that the Beyonce that I would have wanted to see in concert, the perfect choreography, perfect singing Beyonce, I think that Beyonce is dead. And actually in the Formation tour, I do think that a lot of people are going to get a different side of Beyonce that you would have never seen before. And actually, in again pointing to the visual, the flower that was in Beyonce's mouth in the actual promotion for the Formation tour is actually referred to in the end of the visual album, where she talks about giving birth to women through a slit in her stomach, her lover taking out the stitches with his fingernails, and then another one coming up out of her mouth and a flower blossoming. So that's actually the behind the image that's going on for the Formation tour. And actually with the Formation tour, you're actually going to be getting a Beyonce that is politically charged. She wants to be the center of her movement. I do say that to anybody that is going to the Formation tour, or is getting information as Beyonce is clearly putting out there with Lemonade, I would say just analyze it. See if you believe everything that Beyonce is doing from beginning to end. And if you believe it, go and do it. Make sure that you know that this is something that you disagree with or that you agree with. I will say that Lemonade is definitely Beyonce's best album to date. That ends this review of Beyonce's Lemonade. I would call it even a conceptual analysis, but that's not the end of the conversation. You can follow me on Twitter at NeelyMusic. You can subscribe to this page because we're thinking deeply so that we create our own art that changes the world. And that's one thing that I love that Beyonce did. It really comes in contact with what I want for this channel and what I want for myself and for all artists. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.